So you guys may have heard this common idea that's floating around out there on the internet that beards are dirtier than dogs, or that beards contain more bacteria than like a toilet seat or something like that. But what's the truth behind these claims? Is it true? And if so, are people with beards more predisposed to things like sickness as opposed to those who are clean shaven? Today, let's talk about whether or not your beard is dirty. So spoiler alert, the ideas that I mentioned to you earlier are complete myths, and these kind of ideas were just taken way out of context. The quick truth is your beard is only as clean as you keep it, and most men in the modern day and age have beards that are no more or less dirty or clean than the chins of their clean-shaven brothers. But how did these myths come about in the first place? Well, a study was performed by a news station in which men's beards were swabbed and then tested for various bacteria. What they found was that beards contained what's called enteric bacteria, which is the same kind of bacteria you can find in something like fecal matter. However, there was no swabbing or testing done on anyone's clean-shaven face or anything like that. It was strictly beards. And the story blew up and went viral on the internet, and the conclusion was that beards were just dirty, despite the fact that enteric bacteria can occur very much on someone's clean-shaven face and does occur on someone's clean-shaven face as well. It's a very common type of bacteria, and you can probably also find lots of it on something like your cell phone, which happens to be one of the dirtiest things that we actually keep around with us all the time, that we touch consistently, and that we often put up to our face. Despite the fact that this bacteria exists on a beard or on fresh skin or anything like that, it's not something to be afraid of. And more often than not, it isn't really a sign of predisposing illness or anything like that to people who have it. And that's because there are literally trillions of bacteria on and inside of us. In fact, some of this bacteria actually does really important things like help us break down food, and we couldn't live without it. So overall, there's just really no evidence to suggest that men with beards are any dirtier or cleaner than people who are clean shaven. And certainly does not mean that anyone with a beard is going to get sick more or more often. So just because we do recognize that bacteria exists with or without a beard, how can you keep your beard as clean as possible? And here's what we would suggest. Your beard is like your hair and should be clean just the way your hair should be clean. We recommend generally shampooing and conditioning your beard at least 3 times a week. You want to be careful not to overdo it, since a lot of shampoos or beard washes tend to actually be really tough and strip away too many of the natural oils that your beard actually needs to be healthy. And that can cause a litany of its own problems like dry skin, irritation, breakouts, and more. Be sure to use a dedicated beard wash, as shampoo that you often use on your head actually is a bit harsher, since it's really only touching the skin on your scalp instead of the more sensitive skin on and around your mouth, nose, eyes, those areas. We also want to recommend using an actual dedicated beard conditioner product like beard oil or beard balm, as opposed to something like the conditioner that you use in the shower for your hair. Although conditioner is great and all, it's just not going to last as long as your beard really needs to keep it from getting dry due to the effects of shampoo or beard wash. Something like a high quality beard oil or beard balm is actually going to be like a leave-in conditioner that will keep your beard much softer and much more hydrated for much longer. Tip number 2 is just trim your beard regularly. This does a few things. Trimming your beard just keeps the split ends and the tangles at bay, but it also makes your beard easier to clean and wash without having to dig through those tangles. Just something really small, taking off maybe a few millimeters at most, can just help get rid of the split ends that could be causing damage to your beard. And number 3 is to just manage your general health habits. Most of the bacteria on our bodies is transferred around with our hands. Just make sure to consistently keep your living spaces clean, wash your sheets regularly, and consider once in a while taking an alcohol wipe or something to your phone or other objects you keep with you all the time. Like I mentioned earlier, your phone is something that's often dropped. It's taken with you maybe in the bathroom or when you work out, the gym, or anything like that. Think of all the different places you put your phone down and you never wash it. So thank you guys so much for watching this quick little video. Hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully I was able to answer your questions, especially when it comes to something that's so crazy like your beard is dirtier than a toilet or something like that. Now if you guys are curious about Volt's high quality beard oil and beard balm, which I would recommend, I'll have those linked in the description. And if you sign up for Volt's Amp It Up rewards program, you can actually start earning amps with every purchase that you can use to earn those things. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe, and leave me a comment telling me exactly how you keep your beard clean and tidy. And I will see you guys in the next video.